Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's Voice to the World. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Narendra Modi to take oath as India's Prime Minister for a historic third consecutive term. South Asian and African leaders begin arriving in New Delhi for Narendra Modi's inauguration. European Parliament election to conclude on Sunday. It will shape the 27-nation bloc's future for the next 5 years. And India to play against Pakistan in the ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup on Sunday. Prime Minister-designate Narendra Modi will create history on Sunday when he takes the oaths of office and secrecy for a third consecutive term. Modi will become only the second Prime Minister in India's history to do so after Jawaharlal Nehru in 1962. The country's democracy has matured into a multi-party system.
On the 9th of June 2024, history will be made. It will be the first time in 62 years that an Indian Prime Minister takes oath for a third consecutive term.
प्रधानमंत्री जवाहरलाल नेहरू 3 बार वो भी प्रधानमंत्री हुए थे और उसके 62 साल बाद ये प्रक्रिया दोहराई जा रही है। इस 62 साल में हिंदुस्तान में कितनी राजनीतिक परिपक्वताएं आई, कितनी कॉम्प्लिकेशंस आए, क्या-क्या यहाँ का वातावरण बना।
National Democratic Alliance leaders have expressed their unwavering support to Prime Minister Modi as he sets into motion a third term at the helm of an NDA government. MPs, both youthful and seasoned, look forward to the next 5 years.
फ्लोर लीडर की एक जिम्मेदारी है, वो जिम्मेदारी के साथ जो है हम लोग काम करेंगे, सभी एमपीज को साथ में लेके, सभी पार्टीज से जो है समन्वय रखकर।
सच में एक हिस्टोरिकल मोमेंट है, इसलिए सारे देश से कार्यकर्ता आने के लिए बहुत ही उत्सुक है। सबको हम एकोमोडेट नहीं कर पा रहे। बंगाल से भी हजारों की संख्या में कार्यकर्ता यहाँ पे आना चाहते हैं। मोदी जी को तीसरी बार के लिए प्रधानमंत्री का शपथ लेते हुए देखना चाहते हैं।
Not only in West Bengal, BJP leaders in Kerala have expressed confidence that the southern state has now opened its doors wide to the BJP.
It was a game changer election this time. The 7 decades bipolar politics now turned to tripolar. And moreover, we have increased our vote share to 20%. Comfortable victory in Trichur, got one MP, and Attingal, Trivandrum, Alapi and many constituencies, we crossed 3. Our vote share has increased. So this was a game changer election. People accepted Narendra Modi's development politics.
With world leaders from India's neighbourhood scheduled to attend the event, Delhi police have set up a control room on Kartavya Path, the historic road that joins India Gate to Rashtrapati Bhavan. On June 9 evening at Rashtrapati Bhavan, Prime Minister Modi, followed by his Council of Ministers, will also take their oaths of office and secrecy, forming the new cabinet and political executive of the Government of India. Bureau Report, DD India.
South Asian and African leaders would attend Modi's inauguration in New Delhi on Sunday evening local time. It reflects India's policies of Neighbourhood First and security and growth for all in the region. Anu Kaushik reports.
The stage is all set for the swearing-in ceremony of Narendra Modi as India's Prime Minister for a third historic term. Keeping in line with the country's Neighbourhood First policy, leaders from India's neighbourhood will be attending the event in New Delhi on Sunday. They are Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe, Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu, Seychelles Vice President Ahmed Afif, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Mauritius PM Pravind Kumar Jagnauth, Nepal PM Pushp Kamal Dahal, and Bhutan PM Shering Tobge. The leaders will also be attending a banquet hosted by President Draupadi Murmu at the Rashtrapati Bhavan the same evening. Some leaders, including Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and Vice President Ahmed Afif, have already arrived in the Indian capital. The presence of regional leaders at the oath-taking ceremony will also highlight India's Sagar, or Security and Growth for All in the Region vision, which focuses on maritime cooperation in the Indian Ocean region. This is not the first time Neighbourhood First gained paramount importance at high-profile official events in India. In 2014, heads of state from South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation or SAARC nations attended the ceremony in which Narendra Modi took oath as India's PM for the first time. Leaders from BIMSTEC or the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation were present at Modi's swearing-in ceremony in 2019. Anu Kaushik for DD India.
Rashtrapati Bhavan, the residence of India's president, has been decorated for the inauguration of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The sprawling building has been transformed into a visual delight with a colourful lights display enhancing the splendour of the occasion. Preparations are on in full swing for the ceremony as the historic venue is adorned with intricate lights and vibrant decorations that reflect India's rich cultural heritage. My colleague Vishal Baristo spoke to a professor at the Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi about Prime Minister-designate Narendra Modi's inauguration. Take a listen.
I have with me Professor Raman Tiwari. He is the head of the history department in JNU. Let's talk to him. Professor Tiwari, we are talking about 3 terms. Now, data tells us that Jawaharlal Nehru, in his 3rd term, his popularity came down drastically. So, in comparison to Prime Minister Nehru, who was the first Prime Minister, who is the first Prime Minister of the country, how do you see the victory of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, especially in 2024?
See, obviously the victory in the 2024 general elections are all owing to the Prime Minister Modi, his popularity. As you all know, around the world, his ratings for last several years have been no less than 77-78% around the world. So that speaks for itself. And you're quite right in saying that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was, of course, extremely popular because we had just got the independence. So there was a long period of celebration in the country, lack of opposition leaders. The kind of opposition that we have today, the vitriol that the opposition has to somehow offer or throw at the ruling party, in this case the party and the NDA led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Of course, this victory is massive, huge, you need to look at it. But of course, when you come to looking at the popularity, Prime Minister Modi went into his 3rd term election in 2024 riding very, very high in popularity ratings across the world, in the country. It's a different matter that the number of seats might have gone a little down, but nevertheless, the pre-poll alliance is extremely poised with a very, very comfortable majority.
And DD India's Amritpal Singh spoke to a veteran Indian journalist to understand the significance of Narendra Modi's inauguration as Prime Minister for India, the world's largest democracy.
I have with me senior journalist Ashok Tandon. Ashokji, why is this event or the Prime Minister's assuming charge important or significant?
It's a historic moment for Indian democracy, India's parliamentary democracy, and also for Prime Minister Modi personally and it's adding another feather in his cap, having successfully run an NDA government for the last 10 years. And it is also a matter of pride for all Indians. All of us are feeling really proud that after 70 years, another leader has emerged on Indian parliamentary democracy who has taken oath 3 times in a consecutive row. The first one was Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, who did for his own party. But there is a lot of difference. That time there were hardly any political parties. It was one party rule. But now a lot of changes have taken place. Indian democracy has matured, and there is a huge number of political parties, including regional parties, and a lot of aspirations also. So keeping in view all these factors which have emerged over the last 70 years, winning 3 consecutive terms is a very historic thing, and it is something, and I can say that Indian democracy is now entering into a golden era.
In terms of its global impact, how significant is this 3rd consecutive term of Narendra Modi?
No, first of all, there has been a narrative which our neighbor had been trying to put across, that India is a bully, regional bully. They try to dominate the smaller countries around India. But the gesture of Prime Minister Narendra Modi inviting regional leaders, our neighbors, heads of states from the regional parties and also from the neighborhood, to his swearing-in ceremony is a message that India is not a bully, it's not a regional bully. We believe in cooperation among South Asian neighbors, and that is exactly why most of them have accepted the invitation. And plus, overall also, we are now members of so many regional platforms, so his victory and his image abroad has taken a leap. And now he was among the top 7 leaders of the world, but he is also the tallest leader in this region. So the whole world is watching the emergence of India as a global power, as an economic power under Prime Minister leadership.
Indeed, it's a historic occasion, not just within the country, but globally too. With cameraman Rajkumar, this is Amritpal Singh for DD India in Delhi.
All right, let's get you the latest visuals of Prime Minister designate Narendra Modi visiting Rajghat in New Delhi to pay homage to Mahatma Gandhi. These are the live visuals coming to you, as I said, from Rajghat in New Delhi. The memorial is dedicated to the father of the nation. It marks the spot where the Mahatma was cremated on 31st January 1948. It consists of an eternal flame. Right, if you're just tuning in, Prime Minister designate Narendra Modi is at Rajghat in New Delhi ahead of his inauguration for a historic 3rd consecutive term. These are the live visuals of that visit from Rajghat in New Delhi, the memorial in honor of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the Indian nation. All right, you're watching the live proceedings of Prime Minister designate Narendra Modi paying homage to Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the Indian nation, at Rajghat in New Delhi. Next, he would be paying homage to Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the late Indian Prime Minister, at his memorial in New Delhi, followed by a tribute to the fallen soldiers at the National War Memorial. Right, let me get you some more news. An Indian sand artist, Sudarshan Patnaik, created a sand art congratulating Narendra Modi ahead of his swearing-in ceremony. The sand sculpture features a portrait of Narendra Modi accompanied by celebratory messages marking his third consecutive win. Patnaik, known for his large-scale sand art, created this masterpiece on the beaches of Puri in Odisha. Still to come on DD India Live. The number of immigrants caught illegally crossing the US-Mexico border drops after new measures kick in. World number 1 Iga Swiatek beats Jasmine Paolini to clinch a third consecutive French Open title. Alexander Zverev to play against Carlos Alcaraz in the men's singles final on Sunday. And in cricket, Australia beats arch rival and defending champion England in a T20 World Cup match.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Moving on to some more news. India's National Testing Agency has said that the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test Undergraduate 2024 was transparently conducted and that there was no paper leak. The test is a countrywide examination held once a year for students who wish to pursue a degree in medicine. Ayushi reports from New Delhi.
Amid growing demands for the cancellation of India's National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test NEET 2024 result, Education Ministry's National Testing Agency NTA has said that integrity of the examination throughout the country was not compromised. Director General of NTA Subodh Kumar Singh said that the whole process has been very transparent.
We have analyzed all the things and transparently and then declared the result. So this problem was happened like out of 4,750 centers, it was limited to few 6 centers, and out of like 24 lakhs, it was only 1,600. So the integrity, etc., of this exam throughout the country was not compromised.
The director further added that NTA has formed a high-powered committee to look into the students' grievances.
Our committee met and they perused all the details of the centers, of the CCTV, and they found that sometime center-wise there is a different time was lost and they should be compensated for the marks.
The director, NTA, has rejected any claim of a potential paper leak.
There is no paper leak, and we reconducted the exam at that center with a different question paper, and it went smoothly. And then there were allegations from some other centers that there is a possibility of paper leak. So we all again analyzed our system and denied that report through the press release on 6th of May.
Around 2.4 million candidates appeared in the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test undergraduate test held on May 5 across 571 cities, including 14 centres outside India. Ayushi Bhatnagar reports for DD India.
Voters in 21 European Union countries, including France and Germany, will conclude a 4-day election for the European Parliament on Sunday. It will define the EU Parliament's political makeup for the next 5 years. The election will shape how the bloc of 450 million citizens confronts challenges including a hostile Russia, increased industrial rivalry from China, climate change and immigration. Results are expected around 11:45 p.m. India time, that is 18:15 GMT. Right, so these are the visuals of polling for the European Union election. Right, let me take you back to New Delhi, where Prime Minister designate Narendra Modi is paying homage to Atal Bihari Vajpayee, a former Prime Minister of India, at the Sadaiv Atal Memorial in the city. Now, Mr. Vajpayee served 3 terms as the 10th Prime Minister of India. First for a term of 13 days in 1996, then for a period of 13 months from 1998 to 1999, followed by a full term from 1999 to 2004. He was born on 25th December 1924 at Gwalior. He passed away on 16th August 2018 at the age of 93 years in New Delhi. Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister designate, there at the memorial of late Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee in New Delhi. Prior to that, he paid homage to Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the Indian nation. And later, he will also pay tributes to the fallen soldiers at the National War Memorial in New Delhi. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of DD India Live. For those of you on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates on the DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. You can scan the QR code on the screen to download it. And let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X and Instagram. You can also check out our website ddindia.co ddindia.in. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran from all of us here in New Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.